Welcome to example 1 on the perimeter and area of plane figures that I started with you in the first video. In the first video, we started learning about the perimeter and area of plane figures, where I've done a detailed explanation on everything that you are supposed to know about plane figures. I explained into details what a plane figure is, and also what we mean by the perimeter of a plane figure, and also the area of a plane figure. I've explained into details all these keywords in the first video, okay? And we went ahead to handle a particular type of plane figure, which is a rectangle. Okay, so I've done an explanation on the perimeter of a rectangle and also the area of a rectangle, okay, in the first video. And also we proved the formula, okay, for finding the perimeter of a rectangle and also the area of a rectangle. Okay, so this is a continuation to solve an example with you, so that you get a better understanding of what we've been learning, okay, on the perimeter and area of plane figure, particularly the rectangle, because we have different plane figures. Okay, so we started with the rectangle as a plane figure, where we've explained the perimeter and also the area. We've proved the formula for finding the perimeter and the area of a rectangle in the first video. Okay, so we are using the knowledge in the first video to solve questions. Okay, so this is example 1. Okay, so I will advise that you watch the first video, okay, because the first video lays the foundation, every basic understanding and information that you are supposed to get. Okay, I've done that in the first video. Okay, so watch the first video to get the foundation and the understanding that you need to be able to handle this session, because as I said, this is a session where we are solving questions, okay, using the knowledge that we've had on the first video. Okay, the first video we explain what perimeter is, we explain what area is, and also we proved the formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle and also the area of a rectangle. Okay, and we are using that knowledge here to solve questions. Okay, so do what to watch the first video so that you easily get what we are doing in this session. Okay, so this is example 1 on the perimeter and area of a rectangle. Okay, so you can see I have example on the board that I want to solve with you. So let's read the question and let me solve it with you. Okay, so example 1, it says that the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeter and its width is 4 centimeter. It says we should find its perimeter and area. Okay, so again, the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeter and its width is 4 centimeter. It says find its perimeter and area. Okay, so the question is asking us to find the perimeter and area of a rectangle whose length is 6 centimeter and width is 4 centimeter. Okay, now before I start solving, now most students don't like word problem like this. Okay, so they think that it's difficult, and which is not true. Okay, so I'm going to show you some steps that you are supposed to go through anytime you have a word problem question of this nature and you are being asked to solve. Okay, it's very simple. Word problems like this are the easiest, but most students see them to be difficult, okay, because they've not been taught the right approach to handle it. Okay, so in this video I'm going to teach you step by step how to handle word problem questions, okay, and it is very simple to solve them. Okay, so just follow the explanation, and anytime you have a word problem question, apply the same steps to it and you see that it is very easy. Okay, so now with the first thing that you are supposed to do is that anytime you have a word problem question, first read and understand. Okay, because your understanding is part of the solution. Okay, so if you don't understand the question, you cannot even attempt solving. Okay, so understanding is key, and your understanding is mostly based on how well you are able to read the question and extract the information given out Okay, again, the first step is that read the question and make sure to understand, because if you don't understand the question, then you cannot proceed to solve. Okay, so don't rush it, just read the question. Okay, now, so read the question and understand. Then after reading and you've gotten the understanding of what the question is asking you to do, then now you extract all the information given in the question. You write down the information the question has given you. Okay, so that is what I mean by extracting the information in the given question. Okay, so after reading the question and you've understood it, the next step is that extract all the information the question has given you. Extract it, it means write the information down. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do it so that you see what I'm talking about. So first, let's read and understand the question. Okay, so it says that the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters. Okay, so what are we talking about? We are talking about a rectangle, okay, because it says the length of a rectangle. So what we are talking about here is a rectangle, and it says that the length is 6 centimeters. So let me read again. The length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters. Okay, so let's continue. And its weight is 4 centimeters. So you have been given the weight of the rectangle as well, and it says it is 4 centimeters. It says find its perimeter and area. Okay, so the question is asking us to first find the perimeter of the rectangle, then also afterwards we should find the area as well. Okay, so we are finding two things. We are going to find the perimeter of the rectangle, then we'll find the area of the rectangle. That is what the question is asking us to do. Okay, now after reading and we've understood what the question is asking us to do, now let's read again and extract all the information. Every information given in the question, we are going to write it down. Okay, so let me write my solution and let's do it together. Okay, so now let's read again. It says that the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters. So what do I write down? I'll write the length down equals to 6 centimeters, because it says the length of a rectangle is means equal to. Okay, so it says the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters. So I'll write length equals 6 centimeters. Okay, so at every step of reading, okay, you put the information down. Okay, so the first statement says that the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters. So I'll write my length down. So length, okay, please write the length in full. Okay, so then now you can break into brackets L equals to 6 centimeters. Please hope you agree with me. So you write the length in full, then you break into brackets L. Okay, because if you write only L there, some might not consider you, because L can represent many things. But if you write length in full and you put into brackets L, that one, it is defined. The L is defined that it is the length. Okay, so anyone marking your work knows what you are doing. Okay, so don't write only L there. You write length in full, then you put into bracket L. Okay, so the L represents the length. Okay, so now let's read again. It says the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters. Okay, so length into bracket L equals 6 centimeters. It means equal to. So the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters. It means the length is equal to 6 centimeters. That's what we've written down. Okay, let's proceed and read further. And its weight is 4 centimeters. So now let's write the weight down. Okay, so let's write weight, because you have been given the weight. So weight into bracket W. Again, write the weight in full, then into bracket W. Don't write only W, okay, because writing only W can represent a lot of things. Okay, but if you write weight into bracket W, then you've defined the W that you are using. You've defined it as the weight, then it is understandable. Okay, so don't write only W there. Write the weight in full into bracket W equals, the question says it is 4 centimeters. Okay, so that is the information the question has given us. Okay, so it says the length of a rectangle is 6 centimeters. So my length into bracket L equals 6 centimeters. I write it down and say that its weight. So you write the weight down. Okay, so weight is 4 centimeters. So weight into bracket W equals to 4 centimeters. It says find its perimeter and area. Okay, so this is how to approach word problem questions. Okay, first read it and understand what the question is asking you to do. Then now read it again, then extract all the information the question has given you. Okay, extracting the information means that write all the information given down. Okay, because if you do that, it gives you an idea of what to do. Okay, it helps a lot, and examiners mark all these things. It's part of the solution. So if you ignore all this and you just start by writing the formula down and putting in your values, they might mark you wrong. Okay, they will mark you down. Okay, because they want to see that you know what you are doing. Okay, so for you to prove yourself that you know what you are doing and you are not copying, you have to go through the step, okay, of writing the information the question has given you down. Okay, that's the first step. Okay, so and that's what you've done. So let's proceed. Now the question says that we should find the perimeter and area of the rectangle. Okay, so we are going to find the perimeter first. Okay, so now let's write down the perimeter, the formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, so you write your perimeter in 4. Please write your perimeter in 4. Perimeter into brackets P, okay, equals to, then the previous videos we've proved the formula, and which is 2L plus 2W. Okay, so we are using it here. So that's the formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle. So 2L plus 2W. Okay, please hope you agree with me up to this point. This formula we proved it in the first video. Okay, so that's the formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, so there's the formula we are going to use. Okay, so where P refers to the perimeter, so write perimeter in 4, then into brackets P. Okay, L refers to the length which we have here, and W refers to the width which we have here. So we are just going to substitute our values into the formula. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve for the perimeter. So my P will be equal to, okay, so my 2, the 2 and the L, what is happening is that the 2 is multiplying the L. Okay, so you write 2 into brackets, then you put the value of L there. L is given to be 6. Okay, so 6, then like this. Okay, so 2 into bracket 6, because the 2 and the L, they are multiplying. L is the length, which is the 6. So 2 into bracket 6 plus, okay, now 2W. Okay, so you bring the 2, the 2 and the W, they are multiplying. So 2 into brackets. Now the value of the W is 4, you can see. Okay, so then you put your 4 there. Okay, so it makes the work easy, okay, when you put down the information. Okay, so you just make reference to the values that you need, then you put it into the formula. Okay, so now let's go ahead and simplify further. So my P will be equal to 2 times 6, 12, okay, plus 2 times 4, 8. Okay, so now let's go ahead and write down our final answer. Okay, so my P will be equal to, let me check if you can see from here. Okay, I can see it's not clear from here, so let me continue from this side. Okay, so my P, okay, which is the perimeter, okay, will be equal to 12 plus 8, which will give me 20. But please don't forget, you have to bring the unit. Okay, so the unit is centimeter. Okay, because the length is given in centimeter, the weight is also given in centimeter. So the unit we are dealing with is centimeter. Okay, so our P will be equal to 20 centimeter. Okay, so that is the perimeter. Okay, so you can conclude that therefore the perimeter is 20 centimeter. Okay, but if you leave it like this, it doesn't change anything. It's the same. Okay, because you've already defined that P here is perimeter. Okay, so you can leave your answer like this, or you can go ahead and conclude that therefore the perimeter of the rectangle is 20 centimeter. Okay, so this is how to go about it. Now let's go ahead and find the area as well. Okay, because we are being asked to find the perimeter and also the area. Now that we are done finding the perimeter, let's go ahead and find the area as well. Okay, so let's write down the formula for finding the area of a rectangle. So area, okay, let me continue from here. So my area into bracket A. Please write the area in full. Then I can bring into bracket A. Okay, don't write only A there, because if you write only A there, writing only A there can represent a lot of things. A can mean a lot of things. So you have to write the area in full, then into bracket A, so that it means you are defining the A that you are using. It means the A is the area. Then anyone marking your work or taking a look at your work will understand what you are doing. Okay, so that's the right way to handle it. Okay, so now the formula is length times the width. Okay, we did that in the first video. Okay, so we are applying that here. Okay, so let's go ahead and substitute our values. Okay, so my A will be equal to, my length was given to be 6 centimeter, right from here, 6 centimeter. So my 6 times the width is given to be 4 centimeters, so times the 4. Okay, please hope you understand and you are following. Okay, so now let's simplify further. So my A will be equal to 6 times 4 is 24. Now you bring the unit. You know that area is in square. Okay, so it will be centimeter square. Okay, because area is in square. Okay, so let me clean it and write it well so that you see it. Okay, so we will have 24 centimeter square. Okay, so this is our final answer for the area, and also the perimeter. Our final answer is 20 centimeter, and the area is 24 centimeter. Okay, so this is the solution to the question that I have on the board. This is example 1. Okay, so anytime you have a word problem question of this nature, please don't get scared about it. It is the easiest, yet students are afraid of it and they think it's difficult because they have not been well taught on how to handle it. Okay, so follow the steps that I've taught you in this video. Always, anytime you have any word problem question, okay, read the question first. Just don't rush it. Read the question and understand. Then afterwards, extract all the information and write it down as I've done. Writing the information down is part of the solution, and that even helps to give you an idea of what to do. Okay, so you write all the information down. Okay, then you proceed and follow the rest of the steps. Okay, so this is the answer, and I hope you understood the explanation. Okay, and I'll come your way again in another video for us to handle example 2. Please don't forget to like the video and also share the video. Bye bye.